This man gets home late, tired and drained from a long day at work. After walking inside his quiet house, he heads straight to his room and falls into bed, hoping for some peaceful sleep. But what happens next is beyond shocking. The very next day, he wakes up in complete darkness. He tries to move, but the space is tight, wooden walls pressing around him. Suddenly, realization hits him: he is buried underground. He finds himself trapped inside a coffin, alive. Fear takes over as he starts shouting with all the strength in his lungs, hoping someone, anyone, might hear his cries. But no one hears him. The silence above the ground swallows his voice. Realizing that help may not come, he knows he has to find another way to survive. Welcome back to Movie Now. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope to motivate me. The story begins with Joanna, a beautiful woman living in comfort and luxury. Joanna seems to have everything in life. Her husband, Michael, is not only rich and respected, but also loved by everyone around him. Michael treats Joanna with love and kindness, and he dreams of having children with her. But Joanna keeps delaying, always telling him, next year, maybe next year, avoiding his wish to start a family. Michael, being a patient and kind husband, doesn't argue. He just stays quiet and continues to live with her, waiting for the day when she will agree. One day, after a long day at work, Michael drives home in his car. On his way, he meets his best friend, Johnny, who is a police officer. The movie shows us that Michael and Johnny are very close friends, almost like brothers. They trust each other deeply and share many secrets. While chatting, Michael invites Johnny over to his house for drinks on Friday. They laugh, say goodbye, and Michael heads back home. When Michael reaches home, he kisses Joanna and starts talking about his day. Joanna tells him she plans to visit her parents this week. Michael, being the caring husband, doesn't stop her. He simply tells her that he will miss her and hopes she returns soon. Joanna smiles, says goodbye, and leaves. But instead of going to her parents' house, Joanna secretly drives to a big hotel. There, she meets a man named Dr. Cortland, a doctor she has been secretly seeing. Shockingly, Joanna has been cheating on Michael all along. Every time she claimed to be visiting her parents, she was really going to see Cortland. The doctor, however, is not just a secret lover, he is a manipulative and cruel man. He fills Joanna's head with poisonous thoughts, telling her that Michael treats her like a maid and traps her in the house, even though he is wealthy. Cortland convinces her that she deserves freedom and a new life. That night, after spending time together, Cortland suggests something truly dark. He tells Joanna that if she really wants freedom, she should kill Michael. He then shows her a powerful medicine that can be used to poison him. With a sly smile, Cortland promises that once Michael is gone, they can take his money, build a hospital together, and live happily ever after. Joanna is shocked at first, telling him she could never do such a thing. But Cortland is persuasive. He tells her no one will ever find out, and that he will stand by her side the whole time. Finally, he slips the small bottle of medicine into Joanna's bag and explains how she should use it, mix it into Michael's food or drink and make sure to use every drop. The next day, Joanna returns home. To make sure Michael doesn't find the medicine, she carefully hides it in the house. She then greets her husband sweetly, and together they prepare dinner. Michael is delighted to have his wife back home. As they sit down to eat, Joanna secretly pours all the medicine into Michael's drink. Michael, unaware of the betrayal, raises his glass and takes a sip. Within moments, he starts feeling pain in his chest. Gasping for air, he begs Joanna to call an ambulance. But Joanna just watches coldly, pretending to be worried. Michael suffers right in front of her, and moments later, he collapses. Joanna smiles faintly, relieved that her plan has worked. Even though she feels a little scared, Joanna calls the police. Soon, officers arrive, including Michael's close friend Johnny. Everyone assumes Michael has died from a sudden heart attack. His friends and neighbors are heartbroken. They take his body away, while Joanna puts on an act, pretending to be a grieving widow. Meanwhile, Dr. Cortland is secretly happy. With Michael gone, he and Joanna believe they now control his wealth. The next day, arrangements are made for Michael's funeral. But Joanna shockingly orders the cheapest coffin available, despite being extremely wealthy. People around her are stunned by her coldness, but no one says anything. Michael's body is placed inside the simple coffin and buried in the ground. At the funeral, Joanna cries in front of everyone, playing the role of a heartbroken wife. But as soon as the guests leave, she calls Dr. Cortland. Together, they celebrate. They dance, drink, and enjoy themselves in the shower while rain pours outside. Meanwhile, Michael's loyal dog senses something is wrong. Barking endlessly, the dog runs to Michael's grave and sits there, whimpering in sadness. Joanna hates the dog and decides to kill it with a gun. She walks outside toward the doghouse, aiming her weapon. But before she can fire, the dog runs away, straight to Michael's burial site. At that very moment, something incredible happens. Deep underground, Michael's eyes open. He gasps for air. The medicine Joanna gave him hadn't fully worked because he hadn't finished the drink. That tiny chance saves him. Now, Michael realizes the horrifying truth: he has been buried alive. It only temporarily stopped Michael's heart, putting him in a near-death state. Because of this, he wakes up inside the coffin completely alive. Michael is confused and horrified. How could he have ended up inside a coffin, buried underground? He struggles to understand, but then it finally hits him. He realizes what his wife Joanna has done. If he doesn't do something soon, he knows he is going to die. With pure anger building up inside him, Michael begins pounding on the coffin walls again and again. Luckily for him, the coffin is cheap, old, and rusty. Because of this, it doesn't take much effort for him to break free. After breaking through, he pulls himself out of the ground. Covered in dirt, exhausted, and barely able to move, Michael is alive. His loyal dog, who had been mourning at the grave, sees him rise from the burial ground. Shocked, the dog stares at him but also overjoyed to see his master alive. Even though Michael is hurt and weak, he forces himself to walk slowly back home. When he reaches the house, he tries to open the front door, but it is locked. He goes around to the back door instead. And that's when he sees something shocking. Through the window, Michael sees Joanna with Dr. Cortland. They are laughing, drinking, and having fun together. Cortland is even wearing Michael's clothes and drinking his liquor. This sight fills Michael with rage. At last, he understands everything. His wife betrayed him, and she is now with the doctor. The anger inside him explodes. How could he have been so blind to not see it before? Michael makes a decision. He will not let them get away with this. He will make Joanna pay for what she has done. He will get his revenge. Since it is raining heavily outside, Michael hides in a nearby room and waits. The next morning, after Joanna leaves the house, Michael sneaks inside. He heads straight to the bathroom, takes a shower, cleans himself up, and shaves his face. When he looks in the mirror, he looks like a completely different man compared to the one who had just crawled out of a coffin. Without wasting time, he treats the wounds on his body. Then he picks up a gun inside the house and sits quietly, waiting for Joanna to return. A little later, Joanna comes back. But she is not alone. She has just sold Michael's company, the business he spent years building, for $2.5 million. She walks in carrying a bag full of money. Michael's anger grows even stronger. Now he finally understands that Joanna never loved him. She only wanted money. Their whole marriage was nothing but a lie. Michael questions himself for trusting her so blindly. He is about to shoot her when suddenly, Joanna hears a strange sound coming from the underground storage room. She stands by the door, confused, wondering what it could be. Before she can investigate, Michael pushes her hard and locks her inside. Joanna falls unconscious. At the same time, Dr. Cortland arrives at the house. He has come because he knows Joanna sold the company. Now he wants the money for himself. All this time, he had manipulated Joanna, making her believe he loved her, but in reality, he was only using her to get Michael's fortune. Cortland enters the house looking for Joanna. He doesn't find her, but he does find the bag of money lying on the floor. Seeing it, he becomes overjoyed. Just as he reaches for the money to run away, someone suddenly pushes him into the underground room and locks the door. Both Joanna and Cortland wake up after a while, shocked to find themselves trapped underground. The room has no exit, no windows, no open doors. Everything is sealed tight. Upstairs, Michael watches silently. He has no intention of letting them out. Joanna and Cortland panic, not knowing who locked them inside. Cortland tries to calm Joanna, saying it must be robbers who knew about the company sale and are after the money. Meanwhile, at midnight, Michael's friend Sam, who is a police officer, receives a shocking phone call. The cemetery reports that Michael's body is missing. His coffin is empty. The police launch an investigation, suspecting that someone might have stolen the body. Back in the underground room, Joanna and Cortland try to bargain with the unknown person. They offer money, begging to be let go. Cortland even tries to approach the masked man upstairs, handing over the money. But when the man removes his mask, Cortland freezes in horror. The man standing before him is none other than Michael, the very man they buried alive just a day ago. Panicked, Cortland tries to escape, but Michael is faster. He grabs him and kills him without hesitation. Joanna, still alive, runs desperately, trying to escape through the tunnels Michael has built under the house. But Michael corners her and shoves her into a coffin. Standing over her, he removes his mask and finally speaks the truth. He tells her how much he loved her, how he would have done anything for her. But she betrayed him. She destroyed their marriage for greed. Michael tells Joanna that she doesn't deserve happiness, and now she will share the same fate she planned for him. He will bury her alive, along with the money she sold his company for. After this, he throws Cortland's lifeless body into the coffin with her. Then, without mercy, he closes it. He burns the house down and takes the coffin to the same burial ground where he himself was once buried. Even though Cortland is dead, Joanna is still alive. She screams and cries, begging for help. But no one hears her. Michael makes sure no one is around. He buries her alive, just like she once did to him. Michael has now lost everything, his marriage, his wealth, his company. But he does not give up. The movie ends with Michael walking away, ready to start his life all over again from nothing. Dear viewers, that was the story of Buried Alive, 1990. Tell us in the comments what you think of this shocking movie. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more amazing movie recaps. Until next time, stay safe.